To build up immunity to the creature's venom, I grabbed it by the head, pressed its fangs against a bone container, and squeezed out the toxin. Then I used my knife to carefully extract the fangs, tied them to an animal pouch, and rigged up a crude syringe. Before trying it on myself, I tested a small dose on my dog first. He went limp the moment the venom hit, but came back around half an hour later, good as new. That told me the venom worked more like a sedative than a poison. Get the dosage right, and it wouldn't kill you. So I started injecting myself. The first shot hit hard. Dizziness, full body weakness, violent vomiting. My immune system was fighting back. I just had to push through and let it build up resistance. Months of injections later, every symptom was gone. The venom had nothing on me anymore. I strapped on my bone blade and dropped into the mud pool. The creature watched me through the eyes on its tail, then whipped out its blade-like tail to test me. I knew the real killing move was buried somewhere in the deep end, so I started talking trash to draw it out.
Come on, show me some teeth.
It wouldn't bite. I dangled my leg in front of it, then yanked back fast, trying to pull it out of the water. It just retreated, so I let it sink its fangs into my thigh. Thanks to my immunity, I pulled out the bone blade and split the thing clean in two. I was about to catch my breath when my dog started howling. He'd tracked the scent all the way here and was going crazy, barking at the mud pool. That's when a much bigger creature burst out from behind me. I dodged the flurry of strikes, but this thing was a monster. One hit sent me flying. The only reason I'm still alive is that it couldn't leave the water. I scooped up my dog, charged back toward the pool, grabbed the blade, and slid under the giant serpent before it could react, gutting it wide open. Made it through to the passage on the other side. I glanced back just in time to see the thing eating its own spilled guts. That was enough for me. I grabbed my dog and got the hell out of there. We stepped into a new world and started living off the land, just the two of us. 6 months passed. The little pup I'd dragged through all of that had grown into a full-on hunting dog. And honestly, we were doing pretty well on this planet. One day, he got all worked up over something in his mouth and wouldn't let go.
Thought we shared everything.
I grabbed him by the throat and played tough until he finally gave it up, a synthetic plastic ball. That meant humans had been through here. Sure enough, we soon came across a rusted animal trap, and deeper in the canyon, an abandoned space station. I moved in carefully. The place had been dead for a long time, animal traps hanging from the ceiling, wanted posters scattered across the table. Bounty hunters had used this as a base camp. I turned the whole place over and came up with nothing but a few packs of rations, all rotted out. Even my dog wouldn't touch them.
It says dog food on it. If you could read. Come on.
Had to slice up some of my dried meat reserves and split it with him. Then the sky went dark. My dog started trembling. I pulled off my goggles and looked out, a downpour, and underneath it, a swarm of those creatures pouring out in massive numbers, stripping everything in their path. I was out of time. I had to move. I'm the most wanted man in the galaxy, with a bounty in the millions. I went back to the station, triggered the ID scanner, and let my location get out on purpose. Before long, a ship punched through the clouds and touched down. The hunters weren't taking any chances. They double-checked their weapons, then poured out fully loaded and surrounded the base. But I was already gone. All I left was a message on the door, written in blood. Leave a ship and get out, or you all die.
Leave one ship? We got a fucking spare laying around?
Threats don't shake guys like these. The crew leader gave the order. They set up Cyclops detection units all around the base and added a dozen more sensors on top of that. They vowed to find me.